somewhat of a fan of this series called We Hunt the Flame. Like, just a little bit. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Arab rep in books. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am Arab, I'm Egyptian American, and finding Arab rep has proven to be such a difficult challenge. Even though I found myself in a good amount of books as a Muslim in terms of representation, finding Arab rep has been an entirely different world. Given that April is Arab American Heritage Month, I wanted to talk about them, but we are not going to be limiting ourselves to just Arab Americans because I won't have enough to talk about. So I'm going to be talking about books by Arab authors in general. And most of them sit on this shelf here. Let's get started. Because it's front and center. Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim. This book, first of all, let's take a moment for this edition. Can we just show you like the YouTuber hand? Can we just? Gorgeous. What is that? What does that sound? On one side, perfection. Another side, perfection. The third side, perfection. Seriously, fairy loot popped off. So let's go over the details of this edition. The dust jacket, we got dust jacket art on the other side. How beautiful is that? This is, I believe, the UK cover. Look at that. It's beautiful. The edges, I think the edges are my favorite part. That is gorgeous. Like, I just want to stare at this all day. Gorgeous. I haven't even talked about the rep yet. I'm just talking about this edition. Oh, we got an author letter, some art, and pages. Wait, there's more, and pages. I love this edition so much. I don't know if you can tell. Spice Road is an Arab-inspired fantasy. If you don't know, Arabs, we drink a lot of tea in Arab culture. And in this book, they get their powers, like, activated from tea. Like, they have tea ceremonies. And how cool is that? Like, okay, I'm gonna go fight some jinn or something. Let me pop a cup of shay. Like, how cool is that? I love that. If you like the relationship of the Cruel Prince between Jude and Cardan, of like the tension and like how there's more, it's less focused on the actual romance and more of like the political intrigue, you're gonna love Taha and Ameni. That's all I say. I think that's accurate. This is fantastic. I made a video for this too on Instagram for Get Underline, the publisher. I love this book so much. Arab rep, amazing. This is, by the way, in any type of order in terms of like ranking. I'm just pulling off the shelf. Stardust Thief, another gorgeous special edition. I promise I don't own this many special editions. Like, I don't own a lot of special editions, but if it's like Arab rep or something I relate to, I'm more likely to buy it. Like, this means something to me. This is also fairy loot. Popped off. Purple is actually my favorite color. Specifically, this shade of purple is one of my favorites. Gorgeous. Boom. How pretty is that? Wait. Boom. How pretty is that? I love it so much. I think we also do have end pages artwork. I feel like this is videos more of me talking about my editions and talking about the books. This book was so fun to read. Honestly, Arab rep hits different than Muslim rep does. Both are incredible and both make me feel incredibly seen. But Arab rep, there's just something about picking up a book and seeing the words you speak on the page. It hits different. Like, that's your culture. Yeah. This one I read actually last year. So it's actually been a year since I read it. I do actually also have the physical art for it. This was such a fun adventure. We also have like this like ragtag found family squad. They're all incredibly hilarious in their own ways. You know, you got Brooding, Kadir, and Aisha's also like super tough. And then Mezin is so funny. Mezin is like almost like no thoughts. Funny, but he's so sweet. And then you have our main character Lou, who's just incredible. And also, there's a character in this book named Hamad, and Hamad is my brother's name. So this is what I mean about Arab rep. Like, I'm picking up a book and I'm like, hey, that's my brother's name. I know somebody with this name. Like, how cool is that? Amazing. Next up, I think we all know where this is going. So, if you haven't heard, I'm somewhat of a fan of this series called We Hunt the Flame. Like, just a little bit. Like, not excessive at all. I'm just a little bit of a fan. My first love.
Aww.
Who was Jules? Jules was my first love. Wind Flame was my first love. So, We End the Flame, for me. I read my first auto rep around the same time I read my first Muslim rep. So my first Muslim rep was Left from A to Z, and my first auto rep was We End the Flame. And let me tell you. So I read these actually before I got onto the book community at all. So I found these like on Goodreads or whatever, however I heard about them. And first of all, Hafsa's writing is just wonderful, and the world you get sucked into and the Zumra, everything's just amazing, right? Like, her writing is addictive, and the way she writes the characters and the tension between Zafira and Nasir, amazing. And then just the auto prep, bro, like, what do you mean Altair and Nasir are at a Qahwa house? Like, what do you mean? Not the one all of these young Muslims are going to now. Qahwa house? Qahwa house? Oh, this is another thing with like Arab dialects. Like, I speak Egyptian Arabic. I say ahwa. They say qahwa, which is fine. This is like, if you see me struggling, that's why, because I pronounce everything differently. Quick flex. Hold on, while I'm flexing, let's see and say hi. Free the Stars is actually personalized and signed to me. Not like all the books, but this is one of my. Most of my audiobooks are like my most prized possessions, as they should be. This series is incredible. You're gonna cry. You're gonna fall in love with the Zumba. You're gonna fall in love with this world. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We have Squire. Squire is a graphic novel. I believe is the proper word for this. Like, you open it, that's the structure. Follows Azia. My brain is telling me to say Aziza, but there's not a second Z. I think Azza. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Azza wants to become a knight and serve the Empire. And so this book is going to follow her along on that journey and see what she uncovers, what truths she uncovers. This is an excellent book. I loved it so much. Not a prep. Next to Syrian Girl, and As Long as Lemon Trees Grow. This is actually my UK arc, which I don't know if I ever showed. I don't think I showed this to my Muslim arc one. All my arcs are personalized and signed because I actually, it's a funny story here. Thank you for visiting me. We met on the internet and we made cheese. I actually went to Switzerland last May to visit some family friends, and Zulfa, the author of Lemon Trees, lives in Switzerland. So we actually got to meet up. It was super cool. She's wonderful. Her and I have been internet friends for a bit. So I actually have my UK and my US arc signed and personalized, which is so cool. Next is Syrian Girl and As Long as Lemon Trees Goes, both written by Syrian authors. What can I say? It's the same thing, right? Like, you have just auto boards in here. These books are both incredible. I think I talked about them on my Muslim rep video. They're incredible. Something that really made me cry. Lemon Trees in general is really emotional, but seeing her mom, Salama's mom, or just characters in general in this book, like, use words of affection that we use. Like, first of all, words of affection, like words of endearment in Arabic, are hit way different. Like, to say to Borne, which is a popular one in this book, like, broke my heart. Okay, I have one more, and I'm not gonna pull them out because they're really like stuck under a stack, and it's gonna give me a headache. Last author I'm gonna talk about is Huda Fahmy. Huda Fahmy is Egyptian, I believe. She writes her graphic novels, Yes, I'm Hot in This, That Can Be Arranged, and Huda FRU. I love her books. They're hilarious. Like I said, I think I reviewed them in the other video. As you can see, I don't have a lot to talk about because auto rep is so sparse. But let me tell you that there are some on my TBR that I'm going to get to, and hopefully just add to this list so it keeps growing. Like, looks like the Jasad Air, which is coming out, which is an Egyptian author, Egyptian rep. Something More, Palestinian author. I have others on my TBR that I can't think of now, but these are just some of my books with auto rep. I can't recommend these books enough, and I can't say enough that you should be diversifying your bookshelves. Give your auto books the recognition they deserve. And that's all. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.